Hello, ladies and gentlemen. So, since I finally completed, got the full LJN 19 or Grand Toys 1989 Black Card series, I got the full series complete, all the figures. So, I decided to do a basically show and tell of all the figures, But also, here we go. I'm gonna go from the very first figure I got to the very last. That's just how I'm gonna do it. But so yeah. But before I begin, if you don't know, the LJN or Grand Toys 1989 series is the most expensive, most rarest line that has ever came out. The other series from like Series 1 all the way to Series 5, you can find those figures for normally 15, 20 bucks. I'm talking about like out of the box, not, like not in the box mint, out of the box I'm talking about. You can find them for 10, 15 bucks. The later ones for Series 5, some of them can go up to 100 to 200, but that's if like they're really mint. However, for the 1989 Series 6, LJN or Grand Toys line, these ones can go from anywhere on a good day, 300, 500, 800 to almost $1,500. And this is out of the box. Talking about now, in the box, even some of the first ones that came out, for the series, but in the box, they can be pretty expensive. But even the black carded figures in the box, all I'm gonna say is, forget, if you want to buy a house, forget it. If you want to get a car, forget it. If you want to get those carded, it's very, very pricey stuff, like very, getting them carded. However, though, so to start off the video, to start off the Series 6 line, the first figure I ended up getting, as I recall, is no other than Ravishing Rick Rude. Now, Ravishing Rick Rude this figure sucks. Okay, for one of the greatest heels, one of the greatest bad guys, even he wasn't my favorite back in the day. I always wanted to see him get beaten up and, but, for one of the greatest heels, I mean, what are you supposed to do with this? What are you really supposed to do with this Ravishing Rick Rude? You can't, hardly play with him. What are you gonna do? You're gonna have him do elbow jabs? Maybe a couple of drop kicks? I mean, what are you supposed to do? But, you gotta use your imagination, but still, However, he's in not bad a condition. He's not bad. There's a little bit of paint missing, a little bit of paint on the back, a little bit for the hair, a little bit for the mustache, but he's not bad overall, like a good conditioned figure. It even says Ravishing on the one side. It's a little bit missing a little bit on the other side, but it's still there, yeah, and again, these are the real deals. All these are the reals. Here's the license of when it came out. I know it's kind of hard to see, but I'll read it. It says this on all the other ones. Titan Sports Inc. 1989 Grand Toys Ltd. Made in China. That's what it says for all the other ones. But yeah, so first figure, Ravishing Rick Rude. Now, the second figure, which I do have two of. I have two of this figure. One's in better condition than the other, so for the video here, I'm going to show the better conditioned one. But I do have two of his figure. I have two of them. And this was the second figure that I ended up getting out of the line and whatnot for the Black Card series. And honestly, one of my favorite LJN figures, if not my favorite one out of the whole line for Series 6, But my most favorite LJN, just he's a really colorful figure in my opinion. I know some people don't like the skin tone. The skin tone doesn't really bother me and whatnot. But he kind of has almost the same type of skin tone as Ravishing Recruit almost. Almost. But this is no other than the Ultimate Warrior. So as you can see, here's the Warrior. He has a little bit of paint missing. Not much. A little bit of paint missing, for his arm. A little bit for the back of his trunks. A little bit for the boots. Not much, though. There's the license of when it came out. It's a little, scrubbed off a little bit there, but it's mostly all there, and everything. But a little bit of paint missing for the back of the hair. Not much though. Not really much. But one of my more favorites, my more proud of figure to have, and to be honest, this was his first wrestling figure that ever came out. His first WWE figure. It was the same. I think Rick Rude's figure was even the first figure for him as well, wrestling wise, that came out. But it's the Ultimate Warrior's first figure. You gotta have two. You can't just have one. Even if, let's say, you buy one that's in a little bit better condition, which is the better condition one, you gotta find at least another one, even if it's in not as good of condition. But one of the great figures out of the series, one of the OG good figures. But yeah, Ultimate Warrior. Now, the third figure that I got out of the series. Now, this one I was very lucky enough to get for a good price. I think I got this one. Now, normally, the black cards are $3, $5, $2,000. Well, I don't know if the seller was just having a good day. I don't know if the seller didn't really know what they had. But all I'm going to say is I got this figure for a pretty good price. And that is no other, the third figure that I got out of the Black Card series, no other than Warlord. Now, if you're saying, oh, it's a fake, that's why you got it, for a good price. No, it's the real. I'm going to show you as a license of when it came out. It's the real deal, But again, there's hardly no paint missing. A little bit for the trunks, a little for the boots, a little for the hair, a little bit for the face. But that's really, there's hardly no paint missing. This is a good Warlord figure, So I think Warlord was part of not Demolition. The Road Warriors, I think, right? Was he not Road Warriors? I forgot the name of the group. He had a partner though. He had a partner with them. Was it Demolition? No, I don't think it was Demolition. But if I find the name of the group, I'll put it in. I know he had a partner. Sadly, they never made his partner. He was supposed to come out. LJN or Grand Toys was supposed to make a 1990 series, but they never did because stuff happened. But I think his partner was named the Barbarian. Maybe I'm not entirely sure. If I find the name, I'll put it in there. I don't know how I don't know, the group when I know who he is, and I know he had a partner. But yeah. Anyways, Warlord. 1989 series, great figure, great wrestling pose. If you want him and an Ultimate Warrior to go at it, they can. Great punches. A great headbutt. I mean, great pose. Great pose for him and Warrior to fight in. But yeah, so Warlord and whatnot. So, but yeah. And that was the third figure that I ended up getting out of the line, and there's three more. So I would say this is the fourth figure that I got. I think it was either him or this other one, but I think this was the fourth figure that I ended up getting. Again, got it for a pretty good price, but I'm not gonna lie, the paint condition wasn't the best when I first got it, so that's why. But no other than the Andre the Giant black carded series Andre the Giant. Now the singlet has been repainted. That's really about it. Everything else is original. The hair, the boots, the trunks have been a little bit touched up. But besides that, it's mostly the singlet that has been repainted. Because when I first got him, the paint on the singlet was like gone. And the previous seller even ended up using a marker to repaint the singlet. And over time, the marker dried up and turned purple. So I ended up taking some paint and then just painting it as best as I could. To really, I know it kind of ruins the value, but it looked like crap in the beginning. But yeah. Now, one thing you have to watch out for this particular Andre is when people. So let's say when they made this figure for Series 2. They ended up making this figure, LJN. However, when Grand Toys decided to make the heel blackstrap Andre, they legitimately took the figure from Series 2 and just painted him in a black singlet. That's all they did. Repainted the boots black instead of blue, repainted his shorts black instead of blue, and just gave him a singlet. That's all they did. And the most common thing that you have to check, let's say if you really want to get the real deal, is the Series 2 figure will have the teeth painted in white. This one, the teeth is not painted in white. That's how you can tell that it's the fake. If you buy this and the teeth are painted in white, it's most likely the fake. This one, the teeth are not painted white. And the most other common thing is the fake most likely would not have the license. If it was a fake, it wouldn't have the license on the bottom of the feet. So, that is the most common thing to look for this Andre. Is, if you want to get the real one, make sure the teeth are not painted. Make sure the teeth are not painted. And make sure it has the license on the bottom of the boot. Or the foot. But, yeah, so, Andre the Giant, black carded series figure. So yeah. Evil Andre is like I like to call him when he went bad and heel. However, the last two figures that I got out of line. Now this one, originally again, when I got paint-wise, wasn't the best. The hair was missing some paint. The shades on this guy was missing some paint. Even the beard. He kind of, had like no paint basically for those three places, for his hair, shades, and beard. However, the rest of them isn't bad, like rubber-wise, great. There's no, chips, none of his body parts are cracked or missing, his pointing finger, it's not ripped off. So the rubber itself is good, mostly like all these other figures. But paint-wise, however, really needed a touch-up. And I know when you touch them up and whatnot, oh, you ruin the value. Well, look, they're my figures. I want them to look good, But, anyways, no other than the Big Boss Man. I am missing his nightstick. This is the only LJN black card figure that I know of that comes with a accessory. I am missing his nightstick. But besides that, overall, figure itself, not bad. Not bad figure, paint-wise, for the pants and the t-shirt. But I did, repaint the beard, the glasses, and the hair. Didn't really do that bad of a job. I did have to clean him up a lot, though. There was some paint all over his face originally when I was painting him, so I did clean him up a lot. But overall, doesn't look bad, He does have the license of when he came out. It's on the bottom of the foot there, But, yeah, Big Boss Man. Now, the last figure that I got out of the line, pretty mint figure. Actually, I got him today. He was one of the figures that I got to complete the line. Came in today, and that is no other than Haku, and his Islanders gimmick, Haku. Originally when they were advertising him, he would be as King Haku. And whatnot. When they were originally advertising him, he was King Haku. I do have the Melloway forms, by the way. I showed them off in some other videos. I have 2 of the Melloway forms, the earlier version, and then one of them were later Melloway forms. But I do have those. But, Haku. If you're wondering, why is his leg a little crooked? It's really just from, I think, before I got this, the seller most likely had this figure in a tote. In a tote, probably under a bunch of other figures or a bunch of other toys, and that's why the foot's a little crooked. That's why it's a little crooked. It's not cracked. It's not chipped. It's not coming off. It's all, it's all still attached. It's all still 100% attached, but it's just a little crooked from being probably in the bottom of a tote for over 15, 20 something years, or however long. It's probably what happened. That's probably what happened. But paint wise, not bad. Barely no paint missing whatsoever. He has a little bit of marks I could remove with nail polish removal, but hardly no paint missing. I did touch up the, I guess you would say, wrist tape, because there was a little bit of paint missing for his wrist tape, so I did touch that up. But besides that, pretty mint figure. Here's a license on the bottom of his foot, as you can see right there. There it is. But besides that, not a bad figure. Basically all the paint for his hair is there, the beard. His eyebrows are really the only place that's missing paint. Everything else is pretty good. But Haku, and I decided just to leave it alone. I know originally I was gonna try to straighten it back out, but since it's not cracked or it didn't rip or anything like that, and it's still 100% fully attached. It's not like his foot's coming off. It's just a little bent. So I'm gonna leave it. I do have some other LJN figures that I bought where their legs are a little bent. It's just a thing that happens. People, store these away over years, and over time they store them away. So it's just a thing that happens. But Haku. So comment, subscribe. This is all of the Black Card series. Every figure. So every LJN Black Card figure. I'm gonna try to get a little thumbnail, I guess you would say, trying to hold all these guys. I don't know if I can do it, but there we go. I'll do a thumbnail probably like this. Or hold on, maybe we can do it like this. So Ultimate Warrior, like that. Boss Man right there, maybe. Ravishing Rude. Do something like this. I can get it. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. Maybe I can't get it. Maybe I can't get it. Hold on, wait a minute. I think I can. I gotta do it like this. Come here. There we go. And then, oh, well, Rick Rude's down and out for the count. But, there we go. So, yeah, and then maybe, shit. Hold on. I'm gonna get this. So, hold you like that. We're gonna put you like that. And then we're gonna take these guys, put thumb. There we go. That's a thumbnail, isn't it? That is a thumbnail. Look at that. Ladies and gentlemen, I know Andre the Giant's kind of hit it, but, or maybe I can even kind of go like that. Maybe put it It's like in there, maybe like this. Shit. Thumbnail shit's hard as fuck to do. I need hands the size of Andre the Giant. I don't think I'll be able to get it. Oh well, fuck the thumbnail. But there you go. So that's about it. Like, comment, subscribe.